Hello, today I want to talk about how to accumulate your first $100,000, which is the hardest. And I want to share with you how I got mine and hopefully inspire you to get yours as well. So this blog post, it was inspired by a quote by Charlie Munger. And if you don't know who Charlie Munger is the business partner of Warren Buffett. And if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, I'm definitely talking to the wrong crowd. But let me go over that quote from Charlie Munger that goes like this. The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it. I don't care what you have to do. If it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon, find a way to get your hands on $100,000. After that, you can ease off the gas a little bit. So let me just share now my experience. Right now, my portfolio is a little bit over $500,000. But I will share with you how I got my first $100,000, which it was extremely difficult. And especially, as you can see, I am an immigrant. I came to Canada from Colombia, and I started with zero. I came from a foreign country. I have no family connections, no intergenerational wealth, no nothing. So if people tell you, oh, you cannot make it or you cannot accumulate wealth because I'm not a white man with, I don't know, with family connections. No, that's not true. We can all do it. If I did it, coming from Colombia without anything, and I put together $100,000, you can do it as well. I don't care what's your background. Anyways, so let's continue. So most people, even those who are already earning $100,000 per year because they have a good salary, many of these people have a hard time putting together $100,000 in their savings account. But I believe that it is possible. It is within our reach, and we all can do it. I went to university and I got a degree, and to be honest, my degree, from my point of view, was useless. The only use that I have for my degree is to have, I don't know, the bragging rights to say that I have a college education. But I have never been able to monetize my college education in any way. In fact, the knowledge that I have been able to monetize, all I learned that on YouTube. I earned that. I learned how to deal in real estate. I learned how to create a dance school, which I am still part owner. I learned how to create my photography business all through YouTube. I didn't learn any of that at school. I got a degree on finance. Yes, I learned how to use my calculator, and how to calculate the time value of money, but I could have learned that in YouTube as well. So, to be honest, I thought that my university education was a complete waste of my time and money. But I have the bragging rights to say, yes, I am college educated, I have an education, and maybe that's where I improve a little bit my English. Regardless. So the first step to have $100,000 is to have the goal of accumulating $100,000. It has to be your goal. It has to be one of your objectives, and you have to be serious about it. It requires to have the right mindset. You have to tell yourself, I want to accumulate $100,000, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to, well, I mean, within the legalities, but as much as I can in order to accumulate and put together $100,000. Now, the recipe is simple. I have spoken about it in other posts, in other videos, in other podcasts, which is you have to save more, you have to earn more, and you have to invest that money. And I am a big proponent of investing all your money in the stock market. I don't believe in investing in bonds. I don't believe in investing in real estate. I used to be a real estate investor, and I did make a little bit of money, but there is no comparison. The stock market is where it is. Now, here are the tips to save more, and I'm sure you have heard these tips many times before in other podcasts, in other videos, in other blog posts. But if you smoke, eliminate smoking. If you vape, eliminate vaping. This is throwing money to the garbage. Just doesn't do anything for you. It could even create a health hazards, and it's just burning your money. If you drink alcohol, well, do it with moderation. I am one to drink a glass of wine per week when I am having dinner with friends. Uh, Maybe a beer, but I'm not one to go to the store every week to buy beer and wine or hard liquor. So I do buy it from time to time when I'm having dinner with friends or a party. But anyways, the point is reduce alcohol, okay, as much as you can. If you do any kind of drugs, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, whatever, this is a no-no. There is no amount of drugs that you can do that is just justifiable. Okay, I'm a big proponent of taking public transportation. I used to have a car and I sold it. I thought in my neighborhood where I live it's too much of a hassle to have a car, but I realized that many of you may be in places where public transportation is not accessible. So okay, if you have a car, try to have a small one, a cheap one, whatever. Don't go into new cars, don't go into big humongous cars, whatever. Try to find something that can give you the best value for your money. Okay, get a bicycle. A bicycle is great. It's just it takes you places and it costs you nothing. I mean, every time I use my bicycle, I'm saving $15. The metro ticket here is $7 and something. So every time I use my bicycle, I save $15 and I'm in better shape. So I don't know where you live, but consider getting a bicycle. Eating in restaurants. I eat in restaurants about once a week. I go to small neighborhood restaurants with my friends from the neighborhood. Sometimes with friends that are not from the neighborhood. But anyways, you don't have to go to a luxurious restaurant. Go to one of your neighborhood restaurant, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot out of it. Um, in regards to entertainment, there are so many free entertainments. I live in Montreal, and in Montreal we have the Jazz Festival, we have the Festival de la Francophonie, we have the Caribbean Festival, we have the African Festival, so on and so forth. I mean, it's just an avalanche of free entertainment. Plus, I live close to two parks. I can go and have barbecue with friends in the park, whatever. So take advantage of all the free entertainment that you can have. As far as eating, well, what is it? I follow a plant-based diet. I eat mostly vegetables and fruits. I spend less than $10 per day in my fresh vegetables and fruit. I don't know what you eat, but to eat healthy is not that expensive. Above all, avoid eating junk food. Junk food, a bag of Doritos is $5 plus a can of salsa to go with the Doritos. That's already $10 on something that is empty of calorie and fat. It just give you fat and it doesn't give you any nutrition. So I can understand you're meeting with friends in the park or like I do and buy some chips. That's okay, but don't make this part of your regular diet. As far as clothing, if you're a man, you are in good luck. At least I feel lucky in that respect. I have black pants that are about 10 years old, white shirts that are about 10 years old, and I don't feel the need to be buying new clothes. My tennis shoes, I use them until they wear out. My jeans, they last 3 or 4 or 5 years. And I don't buy any brand name jeans. I go to Walmart to buy my clothes. So you don't need to spend a lot of money in order to. And whenever I put a suit and a tie, people say, "Hey, you look good." Yeah. If you're a man, you're in good luck. If you're a woman, well, I guess you have to keep up with society. And if your friends are in fashion, I guess you feel obliged to feel on fashion. But yeah, try to get away from that mentality. Now, as far as exercise, I used to be part of a gym. I used to go and whatever, pay my gym membership. But I had a disagreement with the gym at one time, and I just decided to do my exercise at home. Every day I do 100 push-ups and I do 100 crunches, and that keeps me in good shape. I have no shame taking off my shirt when I go to the sea or to the swimming pool. I feel like I look good, and I pay nothing to do my exercise at home. If you have debts, of course, this is a priority. This is a financial emergency to get rid of your debts. And also, finally, take advantage of every tax savings opportunity the government gives you. In Canada, we have the RRSP and with the tax-free savings account. In the United States, you guys have the 401k and the Roth IRA. So all of those are fantastic tax savings alternatives that the government offers you. So these are my tips on how to save money, and saving money is extremely important. And then how to earn more. Well, I don't know what's your expertise, but I tell you, I have done side gigs such as Ubering. If you're a woman, I mean, babysitting is something that is very popular. I don't know what else is within your range of capabilities, but consider a side gig. You know, if you earn an additional $200-300 per week, that's nice. That's nice. That's money that you can put in your savings account. Now, talking about savings account, this is what I do. I cannot give you recommendations, but I go 100% into stocks. I don't buy bonds. I used to do real estate. I noticed that real estate is just too much of a hassle to deal with tenants and to deal with what is it, co-owners, this and that, and it just doesn't earn more money than investing money in the stock market. So I don't deal with real estate anymore, and yeah, that's what I do. I put all my money into low-cost ETF, and this is how my money grows. Now, once you have accumulated $100,000, the next one is easier. So my first $100,000, they took me about 10 years, and that's savings and work. Now, if I don't do anything, if I just let my money work for me, to go from 100 to 200,000, it takes 9 years. And here's a little table of the amount of time it will take you to grow an additional $100,000. To go from 200 to 300, it could take 5 years. This is assuming that your money is growing at around 8% per year, which is it is optimistic, but that's the rate that the stock market, U.S. stock market, has been growing for more than a decade. So yeah, it's optimistic, but it is within the realm of possibilities. So in conclusion, you know, the most important thing is to have the mindset. I want to have $100,000 in my bank account. And then you have to go through the process of saving more money, of earning more money, and investing that money. And I assure you, once you have the mindset and you start taking those actions, then you too, you will have $100,000 sitting in your bank account. Thank you so much for watching, and talk to you next time. Goodbye.